Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 1, Part 2. This is the second hour of Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 1, Marry Me in Tennessee. Last week, we ended where we met everyone, the whole cast, and they talked about who they are and what they wanted. This week, the second hour is about the couples meeting up, talking to each other, and going dress shopping. Nicole, if you're opening your mouth big enough for me to see your feeling, number one, your mouth is too big. It's okay. There's nothing you can do about having a big mouth. That's what the Lord gave you. Or number two, you're opening your mouth too big and that you can control. I could not believe when I said, is that her feeling? Girl, I had to take different clips to make sure I was seeing what I thought I saw. Granted, we all have feelings. Amen. Most of us, 99.999% of us have feelings. I want to thank you and welcome you back to Janice Hylton. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for those of you who've subscribed. Thank you for all those comments. Thank you for those of you who have signed up for the husband profile. Starting very soon, you should be getting your reading packets any day now. I absolutely love you and adore you. If you did not get your sample, go to Janice Hylton Mentoring and get your sample really quick. Also, thank for those of you who signed up for Janice Hylton Mentoring. I appreciate the love and the support. And so this week on Married at First Sight, well, the second half are the couples, the cast, they're meeting up. All the guys met up with the guys, and all the ladies met up with the ladies to get to know each other. I absolutely love it because in the first few episodes, they were basically all by themselves. They didn't have a support system. And I think a support system is necessary when you are getting married, especially when you are getting married to a stranger. Oh, I just love my sweaters. Don't you just love my warm sweaters? And so this is at the 1 hour meet. So they met up, and the day they met up was Jasmine's 32nd birthday. And then Dominique says she's going to be 26 in August. And Nicole was like, oh my God, that's too young. When I was 25, I wasn't even thinking about marriage. That's the problem. That's why you're 32 now and you don't know nothing. You just clueless, Nicole. I don't think I'm gonna like her. I'm just saying. I think I'm gonna like all the ladies except Nicole. She's gonna get on my nerves because she talks too much, and apparently she knows that she talks too much. And if you know you talk too much, you need to do something about it. Eris hopes that Clint wife likes the outdoors because I love sailing and being outdoors and sailing across the nation. And Eris said, well, I hope she's gonna like being eaten up by mosquitoes. And we all know, honey, Gina is not trying to be out in the bushes being eaten up by no mosquitoes. They talked about what they're looking for, and everybody have a list of what they're looking for. And I think women get so offended. Most women get offended when a man says this is what I want, because from the previews we can see that Clint is going to have an issue with Gina, and all the women are going to get offended. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. Kirsten, I thought her name was Kristen. It's Kirsten. Wants a man with 6 to 7 inches. I don't see no problem with that. I think that's a very nice one, okay? Versus 2 or 3. Jesus, can you imagine being stuck with that forever, child? I would go file for a divorce. But anyway, it's too much information. And I just don't think Clint is going to like Gina. I think Gina needs to, she's 35. She's 35, so she needs to be with somebody like 45. She looks too old for him. Clint likes one of them stripper girls that was at the stripping party. Nicole wants someone who can put her in check. And it's like every season we have one of these women who want to be put in check by men. And I'm like, why don't you put yourself in check, Nicole? Why don't you check yourself? Why do you always want somebody to check you. Just check yourself. If you know you talk too much, shut your mouth. Don't wait for a man to put you in check. As soon as he says something, you're going to be complaining about how aggressive he is and how angry he is. But every season we have one of these women who want the men to put them in check. She wants him to tell her that she's talking too much. But you talk so much. This is knowing what your weakness is, ladies. One of the reasons I love these shows is because I get to talk about, I can't think about the word now, diagnose, that's not the right word, that's a medical term, but I get to get data on 10 different people. And ladies, it is important for you to know your weakest link. I know my weakest link is my mouth. So because I know that, which then triggers over into my tone, especially when it comes to my husband and my children. So because I know that I need to keep my foot on my mouth. Because depending on somebody else, making your issue your husband's responsibility, you're going to have major issue in your relationship, and you're not going to enjoy your marriage because he's going to have to continually check you because you don't know how to check yourself. And I have an issue. I really do have an issue with that. She says she talks too much. Shut your mouth, Nicole. Okay? You see how big your mouth is? Shut it. Put a Band-Aid on it. And so she says she's going to have a safe word, pineapple, if she's talking too much and the man's just said pineapple. So what if every time you open your big mouth, he says pineapple, 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 pineapple? So they talk about what do they like to do for fun. And guess what Dominique says? I like girls' night. I like bachelorette's party. I like hanging out with the girls. Dominique, why are you getting married with your petite self? Why are you getting married? You are not ready to get married. You are not ready to settle down. You are not ready to be a homemaker. You are not ready to be a supportive wife. You are not ready to be a submissive wife. Later we gonna find out she wants a man. She don't need a man. You are not ready to get married until you realize and understand that you need your husband. Your husband is a need. If he's just a want, then he's disposable. But if you understand that he is a need, and you're a need, because my husband needs me. Baby, he needs, I forgot I should have put that little video up that I made of him when I was folding up his drawers the other day. He said, "Oh, baby, ain't nobody ever treat me like this." I said, "I'd make his towels." I say, tell the girls, because they think, my friends think because I have laundry service and somebody that clean my house, I don't do anything in my house. But when I show them the pictures, they're like, "Oh my God, you do all of that?" Yes, I do. I keep my home. I decorate my home. I make sure my family have everything he needs. I fold my husband's drawers and his socks. I color coordinate his towels and his wash rags. I have towels and sheets and blankets for every season. I have shower curtain and rugs for every season. Baby, I know how to keep a home. Not saying you don't get messy, because you do. I do have a 7-year-old. So Dominique just want to have girls' night. You're not ready to get married. And I feel so disappointed for McKinley. I feel disappointed and sad for him, because he's going to get somebody who is not really ready to settle down. He's going to get somebody who her mother wants her to settle down, but she's not ready to settle down. Christian, in her voiceover, talks about when you're a wife, you need to be home cooking. That's right. Not saying you can't go out and hang out with your friends. I think we all do it sometime. But if you need to, like Alexis in last season, need to be out hanging with your friends or your girlfriends every night, every weekend, there's a problem. You're not ready to get married. You need to stay single and hang out until you're ready to be a wife. I really do believe that being ready to be a wife is a mindset. And we're going to see that later with some of the guys. McKinley talks about wanting kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, Shaq is on the wrong show, y'all. I've been trying to give him the benefit of a doubt. I really have. And you know how y'all was saying how, he's of the Skittles community. And I've been trying to give him the benefit of a doubt. But I'm just saying, Shaq, you needs to be on the Bad Boys of LA. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shaq. I just think you're on the wrong show. And later we gonna find out that he's gonna tell us that he's had secret battles. What kind of secret battles you have you don't want us to know about? I just want to know. We want to know about all these secret battles you've had that you haven't shared with the world. What kind of secret battles you've had, Shaq? So they talk about wanting kids, and Shaq said he's been an uncle and he's enjoyed it. And Jasmine has baby fever, and every time she has a baby fever, she go get a dog. I appreciate you not getting pregnant. I appreciate you not going out popping babies out, boo-boo. I appreciate you getting rescuing a dog from a shelter. I like that. Thank you for doing that. Because the best place for a child is in a healthy home. Healthy, married, mother, and father. Healthy. Notice I say healthy. Okay? Because there's a lot of couples together that they're toxic, and that's not good for a child. The best place for a child growing up as God intended is in the holy matrimony of marriage with a mother and a father. That is God's intention. Don't get mad at me, get mad at the Bible. Does life happen? Yeah, life happened. Life has happened to me. I had a baby at 16. Okay? So I appreciate Jasmine getting dogs, and not getting a baby. And so now she has 4 dogs. So my question is, what if he don't like dogs? What if he's allergic? Then they talked about when was the last time they had sex? Aries is gonna say he had sex 2 weeks ago. And incidentally and ironically, it was the night before he was told he was gonna get married. You sure? Or was you getting your last fling? Clint also said he had sex 2 nights ago. See, this is why I know they're not serious. Chris and McKinley are like, listen, I'm serious about being married. From the moment I signed up for this process, I just start to have this mentality, and I love that. This is how you know who's serious about marriage and who's not. Because if you signed up for a process to get married and you're still out here swinging and slinging, then that means you're not serious. And yes, they are still single. Yes, they are still single. But I think it would just be so nice to show a little bit of self-restraint. Granted, no one knew they would get matched. But I think that once you make up in your mind that this is what you're going to do, then you need to start, conducting yourself accordingly. Uh Chris says he's not hooking up. He's over the hooking up. See, this is why, ladies, you have to allow men to grow up. He's over hooking up. He said, I'm done with it. I don't want the hookup no more. I don't want to hook up with different types of women. I just want my wife. And I absolutely love that about Chris and McKinley. Excuse me. That they're over the hookup culture. I absolutely love that. So then they were talking about, the girls were talking about what they want. Kristen says she's curvy, so she need about 6 to 7 inches. Now, I have a question. I have a medical question. Now, I was under the impression. Now, I'm all right for whatever you need. I think if that's what she thinks she needs, I think that's what you need. Now, for those of us who are celibate and church girls, what my dad said is pay attention to that section. Pay attention when he's walking up the stairs, paying attention when he's walking down the stairs, paying attention when he's standing up. This is why I don't understand these men wearing these tight pants. Where did you put it? Especially as a heterosexual man. Hold on. Yes, Mike? Especially heterosexual man, I don't know where they're putting the D. Because if you're packing and you got something going on there and you're a heterosexual man, how come we can't see the bulge? I just want to know. I'm just saying. I just want to know. So this is my question to the medical profession, right? The vagina, how is the length of what? 3-4 inches? I forgot. So for curvy girls, is it longer? I don't know. I'm asking. This is a fair question I'm asking. Is it longer? Is the length longer? I don't know. I'm asking. Okay. I'm okay with what she got. And I feel as if Shaq ain't got it, which is why Dr. Pepper asked her that question. So Clint says, listen to what he says, y'all. Clint says sleeping around is a part of him finding the right person. What have I told y'all, girls? Take the cookie off the table. Do not give them access to the cookie. Don't do it. Don't give them access to the cookie. Excuse me. Don't give them access. He's over here slinging and carrying on. Talking about it's a part of finding his wife. Oh, excuse you? So then they talk about, well, what do they do in the meantime? Kristen says she gives herself a helping hand. In other words, she masturbates. And I've had a few questions about masturbation. As born again Christian, I know it's hard. I know, girl, you know I was single. I got married at 35. But as born again Christian, that falls under sexual immorality. I get that question a lot from my ladies. The only approved pleasure God blesses is between a husband and a wife. That's the only one he approves of and the only one he blesses. Now, what you do is your business, but I'm, as a teacher of the scriptures, I'm just telling you because I get that question a lot. Okay. Dom says she wants a man, but I don't need one. You're not ready to get married. If your mindset is I want him, but I don't need him, you're not ready. You're gonna have problems in your marriage. So then they talk about will they consummate the marriage, and Shaq said he's confident that it will happen. Then maybe he has a big one. Nicole claims she's gonna be too tired, and Gina says she's gonna bring a board game. I thought that was funny. So then they went dress shopping, and Kristen has been dreaming of this day forever. She keeps saying when from the time I was a little girl. And she went through a few dresses. She chose dress number 4, and I must say I really liked her dress. I really liked Kristen dress. I thought it was pretty. I thought it complimented her body, and very very sexy, and very highlight her hips and her booty, and I thought it was very pretty. Shaq, aka Dapper Dilla, he said he just moved down here to Tennessee and doesn't have any family, so he brought his students to help him choose, and then he chose a green, wait a minute, not green, a hunter green, a hunter green suit that was too tight. He couldn't close it. Is that a new style? The devil is a lie. Man should close his suit jacket. Oh. So then we're at the bachelor party and everything looks fun. I really enjoyed the ladies having a good time. Nicole is over here licking off tequila off of a stripper. Gina's 35, never seen a stripper. Dom was a sandwich between 2 strippers. Jasmine is ready to be with her husband and shy in the bedroom. I don't know how you've shacked up your whole life. You've had like 55, you've shacked up with 55 men. So how you shy in the bedroom? Was y'all being celibate? And I was like, oh my God, Kristen, the stripper picked her up and put his head between her legs. I mean, his head was just in the cookies like this. I was like, oh my God, I hope she took a shower. Oh, she took a shower before she came to the party. Clint over back at the guys. Clint is a ladies' man, and Shaq is in the corner looking like he's scared of the woman. Like he's scared to go touch her. Shaq said he's ready to consummate. Chris says he deleted the dating app when he was picked, and everybody said, man, Chris is ready. Aria said he put his on snooze and sleep. I don't believe him. Clint is asking if they are ready for one vagina for the rest of their lives. I love that question because that is a question my dad asked. He said, you need to ask yourself, are you ready to spend your life with this one person? He said, if you can eat one thing, if you have a meal that you can eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? This is it. This is the only meat you will eat. Mine would be goat. I would eat goat for the rest of my life. And I love the question because it's a good question to ask. Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with this one vagina? Arius said he is ready to master one vagina for life. I love that. Because there's so many wives that's complaining about being unsatisfied in the bedroom. I don't understand. I don't understand it, girl. Take a day off work, let the kids go to school, and you and your husband stay home and learn each other. That's what you should do on your honeymoon. Learn of me. Learn of me. Especially for those of us who are being celibate before we got married. Listen, you need to learn about it. I like that. I don't like that. Might do something. I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, because that's what my dad says. This is why you don't have to fornicate, right? Because see, People get married and they want to be automatically satisfied. And he said, once you both have the both parts that work, no micros. Ladies, if you marry a man that has a micro, you should divorce. And there's no way I could live with a micro for the rest of my life, which is why you pay attention to his midsection. Pay a look at him when he get up. Look, is he shaking it out? When he get up, is he shaking it out like that? Okay. When he in his pants, do you see a bulge? Huh? When he's coming down the stairs, do you see it moving? You know, you got to pay attention to all that. But if you have both parts that work, this is where you learn each other. Me and Mike, we learned each other on our honeymoon. I was like, in the times we've had, girl, I never forgot that honeymoon. Girl, let me tell you, honey. And this was about day. Let's see. We got married and we stayed there. And then we went to the palace for our honeymoon. And we went to this other place for the coves. And then we came back. It was about honeymoon day 4 or 5. I got it. I was like, yes, we got it. But in marriage, this is why you learn each other. Learn of me, the Lord Jesus said. See, y'all get married one night and you just want him to blow your mind the first night. And it might happen, but you have the rest of your life to learn each other and do different things. You know, y'all know my little boy's 8. He still sleeps in the, well, how do y'all do it? We have a big old house. We have a guest room across the hall. We have a big old couch down here. Okay? Me and Mike be working that couch. As a matter of fact, I got pregnant with little Michael on the couch with my head in the wall. Y'all don't need to know that, but I'm just saying. You have to mix it up. You have to learn each other. I take days, me and Mike, we take days to stay home. We call it our Adam and Eve day. Butt naked. Okay? Learn each other. And so that's why you don't have to fornicate before you get married, because you have time to learn each other. You can get good if you take the time to learn each other. So I love what he says, that he's ready to master one vagina for the rest of your life. It's like chicken. You could have it different ways. McKinley said he's ready to settle down after having his fair share of vaginas. That's another thing. They're tired. You got to wait for them to be tired. He's tired of all these different vaginas. He said, no, I'm ready. I'm ready to settle down with one. But see, y'all marrying these boys that's 19 and 20 that don't even know what a vagina look like, smell like, taste like, feel like. You're ready to get married. Not saying for them to go out and fornicate, because God is against that. But what I'm saying is another reason why I am not ready. I am not about 19, 20-year-old getting married. Yes, 50 years ago, parents did. They didn't have no other option. But in this day and time, he's not ready to settle down with this one vagina for the rest of his life. Come on, somebody. So then we back at the girls, the bachelorette party, and Dom is over there in the corner flirting with the stripper, putting the tequila in her boobs, talking about, this is my poppy look, grinning and carrying on. I can see all the way back up here in her. Her mouth is so wide all up in the stripper's face. And the ladies over like, girl, you're about to get married. Don't you give that stripper your phone number. So then it's the morning, and Chris saying he's nervous. His heart is beating really fast. Gina says it feels like Christmas morning. Aris says goodbye to the streets. He opened the window. He was like, goodbye, streets. He not ready either. I don't think he's ready, child. I don't think he's ready. We'll see, but I don't think he's ready to settle down. Even though he says something. Kristen said when she was a little girl, she imagined knowing a man forever and getting married to him. And see, this is why y'all end up being 10 years of girlfriend, shacking up, living with men over and over and over and over. This is why we have to retrain your mind about dating and marriage, because dating and marriage is not about staying with a man, dating a man forever, and then get married. That's not what that is. That's being a foolish woman. Krista says she's picky, she's particular, and she said it is hard for her to find a black man she likes, she's attracted to, and who she's attracted to her husband. So people are thinking, does that mean she likes white men or she's dated white men? Kristen comes off like she could be the girl that could marry to a good white man. You know, so there are some women, there are some black women who you can see them marrying to white men of upper class. Those are the girls, you know, like me, who can't marry Pookies, Rares, and Tyrone. We need the way above average, high class black man or a white man. I couldn't do the white man when I was dating, but she seemed like she's one of those. Not Jasmine. Jasmine's from the streets, okay? Not Jasmine. But she seemed like she is. So she says it's hard for her to find a black man that she likes. And I just think that a lot of black men are coming in under less established and accomplished than a lot of black women, which is why black women, we need to either date outside of our race or date older. Sorry, Kirsten is 35. I mean, I don't think Shaq is it, girl, but okay. Shaq said he's going to be a proud father. He claimed he prayed and got confirmation from God that this is it for him. And then they all said cheers to the Dylans. I like that name. Kristen mom is not answering her phone. And Shaq, I feel like he just talks too much, which is why they think he's of the alphabet community. He just talks too much. He talks like he's a woman. Like, you know how women talks a lot? That's how he acts. And I'm like, just shut up. You talk too much. Kirsten's non-negotiable. He likes men with low haircuts, not bald, and nice beard. And what did they do? Hook her up with a bald man. But okay, married at first sight. Then she said the dad is not coming. He didn't want a COVID test, and he's of a strong mind. Then Kirsten mom finally shows up, and she's very happy. Shaq says he's had secret battles. Let's go back and see if I find the right picture. He's had secret battles he has shared with the world. What kind of secret battles you've had, Chris? You want to tell us? Do you want to confess something to us about these secret battles you've had? We want to know. What kind of secret battles you've had? We would love to know about your secret battles. Okay? We want to know. And then he says something I think was so powerful. He says, I'm alone and I don't want to be alone anymore. Isn't that what happened with Adam in the Bible? God saw that Adam is alone. Ladies, you have to leave the men to get to the place in their life where they say they're alone. That's not you being a girlfriend for 10 years waiting for him to get there. He's never going to get there for you. He'll waste your life and your time and get there for the other woman. He says, I'm alone. Which is why, ladies, go for the older guys. And when I say older, I mean 5-10 years. If you're 25, you're going to be trying to get married. He should be 30. Though I'm not for 25 getting married, but I'm just saying, okay? Even though I'm not for you, and they need to clarify this, even though I'm not for young people get married, if you decide you're going to get married, then, go ahead and get married. We're going to rally around you and pray that you don't. But if that's what you want to do, he says he's alone. He doesn't want to be alone anymore. Kristen hopes when he sees him, it's a confirmation. Shaq is at the wedding. His grandmother show up and she says she's been there with graduation and all of that stuff. The signal, if Kristen doesn't like him, is a kiss on the cheek, and she hopes he'll ask to kiss her because that's a gentleman, and she'll say yes if she likes and kiss me on the lips, or yes, kiss me on the cheek. And she says she's very particular, and if it's not the man she wants, she will be disappointed. I think on paper, Shaq and Kristen is a good match, but I don't think she's going to be attracted to him. I think she's going to be like Karen, where he looks good on paper, but she's going to be like, ew. All right, y'all, that's it for today. Let me know what you think. I know I'm a little late, but I'm working on books, so that's why I'm late. Let me know what you think. I love you and adore you. If you sign up for the husband list and I didn't get to you yet, no worry, I will get to you. Let me know what you think, and I'll be in the comments today. Love you. Bye.